Please like the video and subscribe my channel to get updates. Also press bell icon to receive notifications of new uploads. Hello friends, I Dr. Ajay Verma welcome you to Mac and Maths. In today's video, we will be discussing one or two very typical questions of isometric projection where there are spherical parts involved, so we have to draw isometric projection, that is we have to use the scale as we already discussed in our previous videos. So let us start with the first question. This is an object made up of three solids. One is the frustum of a pyramid, square pyramid, second one frustum of a cone, and third one is a spherical part of a sectioned part of a sphere. So whenever there is written, this is a front view of the object, so whenever there is written SQ 80, it means that it is square of 80 mm sides. Here it is, the top face of the frustum of this pyramid is 63 mm square. On this top face there is a frustum of a cone where the lower base is having diameter. Phi means diameter. Okay, so whenever phi is written there, it means it is a circular surface, means cylindrical or conical parts. So phi means 63 diameter is the lower part of this pyramid, and upper part is having diameter of 50 mm. On that frustum there is a part of the sphere which has been cut at a height of 38 mm from the top face of this frustum of the cone. So this we have to draw in isometric projection. So as we already talked in our previous video, that irrespective whether it is written drawing, view or projection, when spherical parts are there, you have to draw isometric projection. That we have already discussed in the previous videos. I will provide link of those videos in the description section of this video also. So here I have drawn the top view of this solid. So let us first understand what it is. Okay, this outermost yellow square is this 80 mm square. So when we are looking from the top, this 80 mm square is looking like this. In that, this second yellow square is this one, the top face of the frustum of the pyramid. You have to join these two with these lines. This I have left because I want to explain that. Okay, so this yellow part is completed with this frustum of the pyramid. On the top face of this frustum, a conical part, frustum of a cone is residing, the pink color one, which is having 63 mm diameter at the lowermost bottom. So we have drawn this pink color 63 mm diameter circle to represent this face of the conical part. Then at a height of 63 mm, the circular diameter of the top face is 50 mm. So this pink color, second pink color, is the having the diameter of 50 mm. So here is the center about which we have drawn all these circles. On the top face of this conical part, we have a spherical part where this sphere has diameter of 50 mm here. So we have drawn this. This 50 mm is coinciding with this pink color diameter. We can draw here also, and the top face is having diameter of, this diameter has to be find out. Okay, so how we will find out it? By cutting the top face at a height of 38 mm. So what we will do, initially we will draw the complete circle like this, and after taking the center at a height of 25 mm from here, and then draw a complete circle here. Then take height of 38 mm and a horizontal line is drawn here. So we have got this diameter with which we have drawn this smallest circle, that is the top face of the spherical part. Now we have to draw isometric position of this solid. So as we have already discussed the methodology, initially I have drawn a horizontal line, then the lowermost bottom surface, that is ABCD, which is this face 80 mm square, that we have taken here by multiplying the multiplying factor, that is 0.815 or 0.82 you can take. So with that we have drawn the lowermost base A taken here, cut A to B taking from this diagram, multiply it with 0.82 and cut B. Similarly D can be cut. Then two parallel lines, one parallel to this line, another one parallel to this line. So the lowermost bottom has been drawn. Initially you have to keep all these drawings very light, because after drawing the complete diagram we will darken it. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to move a height of this 38 mm. So what we will do, we will draw 4 lines at a height of 38 multiplied by 0.82. So say this is 38, 38, 38 and 38. So 4 lines are drawn and then join them so as to represent. So what we have did, we have given the height of this particular pyramid part. Now we can identify these A1, B1, C1 and D1 using MN method. So drop a horizontal line here and a vertical line this side to represent N. Similarly this and this, so N, M, this is M, this is N. This method we have already discussed in the first video, that is isometric projection part 1, basic concepts. I will provide link for that also. So in this manner you can cut taking distances from here and multiplying it with the isometric scale. So this distance you can cut, this distance you can cut. So we will be getting say N, M, and then parallel lines from M and N. So this is M, this is N. So you are getting this point. Similarly you can get this point, this one and this one, so that you are getting another rhombus here to represent the smaller top face of this first term of the pyramid, where this is A1, this is B1, this is C1 and this is D1, right? You can join A2, A1, B2, B1 and so on. So you can join right now also, because this part has to be darkened. Okay, we'll do it later on. So this is the top face now. Now in this top face there is a pink color circle, that is lower base of the conical part. So using 4 centers method or method of points, you can draw an ellipse here. This pink color ellipse is representing this circle, the lower base of the conical part. Now you have to move again at a height of 63 mm. So we can move, this is 63, 63, 63 and this also 63, and then cut here this particular height, so that you are getting points for the top face of the conical part. So this you have got. Again, to draw the smaller circle, you can enclose this pink color circle into a square. As the methodology says, you always have to enclose the top views into four-sided figures, maybe rectangle or squares. So now again you can find out these four corners using MN method. So we will getting this and this. So four-sided, this will be the. Again draw another ellipse using four centers method. Afterwards we will join them tangentially. Now we have come up to this point, means this point has reached. Now you have to identify this touching point. This we can find out using finding the center of this, or using MN method. This is M, this is N. So you can easily find out this center. Now what we have to do? First we have to go at a height of 38 mm. So this 38 mm should be at a height of should be from this base. So we will move up to a height of 38 mm vertically multiplied by isometric scales, and then we are getting this. Say for example, here it is, here it is, here it is, and here it is. So again we are getting another rhombus to draw this figure. Now for getting this figure also, again enclose it into a circle and find out all these 4 points using MN method, so that you are getting another rhombus inside it. Say this one. Inside this rhombus you can draw the topmost face, the spherical part, this circle which is visible like a ellipse. So using 4 centers method, again draw another circle like this. So this purple color is the top face. Now we have to draw this spherical part. For that, find out the center at a height of 25 mm multiplied by it will be somewhere around here. Say this point is point C. So this height must be 25 multiplied by 0.815, that is isometric length. Now taking this as center, draw a circle like this, which will be tangential to the topmost face, and thus we are getting this spherical part. Wherever it touch the ellipse, you have to touch up to that point. So this is the topmost face. Now you can darken. As you know that in isometric projection we start darkening the objects from the top, because we generally don't show the hidden lines. So we have to identify which face is visible and which is not. So all these faces which are behind the objects, they are not visible. So this is darkened, then this ellipse will be darkened like this. You have to join these two ellipses by tangential lines, so they will be something like that, and you can darken them like this. And you have to dark this ellipse also only in the front. So this conical part is also drawn. Then you are having this part as the part of the pyramid, that is frustum of the pyramid. So you can draw this line also, the top face of the pyramid. So, and you can join the bottom faces like this, and then the bottommost lines to be darkened. So in this manner you can see here, this portion will not be darkened because this is not visible to you. So in this manner you can draw the isometric projection of this figure here.